Ask Jodi.
Dear Jodi, my son is gay. What should we do? Sincerely, Lost in Utah.
Is your husband upset? Are you upset? Yes, you are. It's not just about that he's made this declaration. It's also that you've been being lied to. Your hard-earned, the evidence of how you've been taking care of him, like the money you've spent, the roof over his head, the work that both of you've done to give him the things that will make his life comfortable. He has exploited all of those things. And he has been going places that are very dangerous and destructive to his little soul. Now, if he's an adult, or when he becomes adult and he chooses to behave in whatever lifestyle he chooses to behave in, that is absolutely his agency to do so. However, when he's a child, when he's inside your home, and if he's in your home until he's 27, whenever he is in your home, he is to abide and be obedient by your rules in your home, by your expectations in your home. You are the guardian of your home. You are the gatekeeper of your home. And your son and your other son are to follow what it is that you ask them to do inside your home. Your job is to guide them in principles of truth. And your responsibility is to be really clear about principles of truth. And it sounds like you have thought you were teaching principles by going to church. I don't know what the rest of your life is like. I don't know how connected you guys are. I don't know if you talk about truth. I don't know if you talk about I don't know all the details. And it sounds like there hasn't been a lot of that kind of discussion. And if there has, good for you. This young man has just chosen to be defiant. And in today's world, people would hear that and say, well, you can't say he's being defiant. This is just who he is. And the truth is that that's not who he is. There's not a soul on the planet that was born towards something that violates principles of truth. So none of us are born to kill. None of us are born to be attracted to animals. We're not attracted to want to be sexual with the earth. And we're not drawn, if you will, to the same gender. Now, can we override that? Yeah, we can. And it's called lust. I can lust after anything. And lust is inside marriages between men and women. Lust is inside marriages between men and women and women. I mean, I call it marriage because now it's legal on the planet to be married. People can be lustful with animals. They can be lustful with inanimate objects. You can lust after anything. It's a form of selfishness and aggression and hatred. Hatred primarily towards myself, and then secondly towards other people that are out on the planet. And people can change. I know many people who have been caught up in this world, who have been deceived and gone into massive distortion, and were lusting inside the homosexual world, the transvestite world. And they have said, you know what, I don't want to live like this anymore. And they use their agency to come back to truth. So your son is absolutely capable of coming back into truth. And it is going to be really important that you and your husband learn how to live principles of truth, and that you invite him through boundaries to come back to truth. So how can you do that? First of all, your husband has to stop acting out his anger.
Speak to it. It's something that, I mean, I thought it's all speculation.
Yeah.
I thought that since I was a kid.
That what?
That potentially she was queer. She did say something to me when I was living with her that was very strange, because I've known I was queer since I was like 7, and it was like experimenting with girls and friends. She knew about that, and it was very bad. It was very evil. But then she said something to me. She had this friend, her name's Bev, she said something to the effect of, yes, being gay is evil and pleasures of the flesh and yada yada. But if I were to have sexual relationships with my friends, Bev, if we were to, like, it would be different because there's a deep emotional connection there, and that's different. And like we were sitting in someone's living room and she said this, and I was just like, what? Yeah, that's called being gay. Like that is something that she said to me. I mean, other people were there. I don't know. I don't remember who was there. But that's the closest thing I've ever had where she like admitted out loud